Hey guys, welcome to another Sequentially Yours Comic Bento unboxing. I have here February's box. I got it in yesterday afternoon, late in the day. You'll notice that I missed last month. That's because my Comic Bento was actually stolen from me en route. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I got the box. It was empty. Somebody had ripped off part of it and reached in and grabbed the comics out, and then kept the box going on the route on the way to me. The post office apparently put a sticker on there saying, "Oh, well, this could be damaged." I'm like, yeah, no, really. You think? You think it might be damaged? The contents might be missing? Huh. Suffice to say that I reported it, and I eventually got one, but it was the middle of the month, so I figured by then you guys have already gotten yours. So let's take a look and see what's inside this month's, which I did get on time, and thanks to Comic Bento for being really great about all of that. Come on, go over here and check it out. Okay, so here's our box. Same box as usual, so let's start taking a look at this. Open this up. 1, 2, and 3. Air cushion. Okay. So why don't we start with the note and see what we got here. What do we have? Glad these bags keep everything protected, but man, they're difficult to get into. Okay. Here is our note from this month. Nothing can move forward without looking to the past. No one can be a hero without facing the villain. Choices can't be made without knowing both sides of the story, and none of that can happen without understanding the space between the absolutes, the gray area. Since the days of a certain flying rodent cosplaying Avenger, comics have produced a great medium to explore the area in between. It's not the black or white of it all, but the gray area that brings us the most interesting stories. For example, nothing is more compelling than the idea of a fallen hero corrupted by their own power or hubris. What makes someone who's dedicated their life to saving lives become a threat to those very same lives? Superior Iron Man not only lets Tony Stark's own ego take him to places that heroes may fear to tread, but also gets dangerously close to towing the line between hero and villain. Superior, after all, is really just a question of perspective. Okay, so now they're going to start going into the various ones. So we've seen that. Let's actually look and see what we got here. All right. Janet Ivanovich, Alex Ivanovich, with art by Joel Jones, Troublemaker, book 1 of a Barnaby and Hooker graphic novel. I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting, and plus hardcover. Cool. It's a #1 New York Times best-selling author. Okay. Barnaby and Hooker are back together and fighting crime the only way they know how, by leaving a trail of chaos, panic, and disorder. Alex, an auto mechanic and spotter for race car driver Sam Hooker, is drawn to trouble like a giant palmetto bug to a day-old taco. Unfortunately, she's also drawn to Hooker in the same fashion. There's no steering clear of trouble or Hooker when friends Felicia and Rosa need help. Rosa's gone missing, and in order to find her, Barnaby and Hooker will have to go deep into the underbelly of Miami and South Florida. Ooh, that's where I come from, so that immediately gets my attention. Surviving Petra Voodoo, explosions, gift wrap body parts, and a high-speed swamp chase, and Hooker's mom. Okay, now I'm even more interested because, quite frankly, like I said, South Florida is where I grew up, so yeah, that makes anything that takes place there has sort of a close place in my heart. So yeah, Troublemaker, book 1 of a Barnaby and Hooker graphic. All right, nice start. Okay, Superior Iron Man. Again, when you are a big comics fan, stuff like this, you're bound to get a couple things that you already have. I don't have this in graphic novel format. In fact, it's also all digital. That being said, it's a pretty good storyline. I didn't mind it. Douchebag Tony is not a terrible person, honestly, but yeah, he is kind of a terrible person. Either way, it's good to have this right here, and cool. Nice start. Lola. The complete first volume from Aspen Comics. Okay, Aspen, I'm not sure on Aspen yet. So far, they sometimes impress me, sometimes not. But let's see here. In the Wasteland, ellipsis. There's two of them. Lola, a young woman with a resolve fortified by a lifetime of survival on her own, must journey across the nuclear decimated United States in order to find the family that was taken from her. As her quest for the truth begins, Lola uncovers the true inhumanity of the apocalypse, as those who seek to hold power in a new frontier will do so at all bloody costs, including her life. Okay, brutal, ruthless, deadly, the wasteland is not ready for her. Okay, seems reasonable enough. I'll take a look at it. And finally, what do we have here? Ha-ha! Valiant Comics, Welcome to New Japan, Rai! Ooh, you guys know my love for Valiant Comics, and yes, I am working on the history of it video. I promise I am working on that, but first I have to get through the one that I already said I would do, which is in the writing process right now, and then I hope to record it by the end of the week. Alright. Japan in the 41st century. Japan, the year is 4001 AD. Led by the artificial intelligence called Father, the island nation of Japan has expanded out of the Pacific and into geosynchronous orbit with a ravaged Earth below. With billions to feed and protect, it has fallen to one solitary guardian to enforce the law of Father's empire, the mysterious folk hero known as Rai. They say he can appear out of nowhere. They say he is a spirit, the ghost of Japan. But when the first murder in 1,000 years threatens to topple Father's benevolent reign, Rai will be forced to confront the true face of a nation transformed into his own long-lost... Rai will be forced to confront the true face of a nation transformed and his own long-lost humanity. Okay. Nifty. Like I said, I love Valiant Comics. I have not actually read any Rai, but cool. Matt Kint. Okay. So, there we go. And let's put this away. Alright guys, so there you go. That is this month's Comic Bento. I'm actually kind of excited about this. I like the gray area idea. Contrary to what some of you have stated in various media, I am not opposed to moral ambiguity in comics. In fact, I love moral ambiguity in comics. What I have a problem with is when moral ambiguity takes the place of actual thoughts, that it's actually just a cover for cynicism, which is unfortunately far too often the case. That being said, though, a lot of these look really good. I'm looking forward to reading them. I hope that you have plenty of comics that you look forward to reading this month, and if you get a chance, I highly recommend signing up for next month's Comic Bento, which you can do here. And they will send you a box just like that one, only with different comics at the beginning of March. Alright, other than that, I hope that you find plenty of stuff to read this month, and I look forward to seeing you next month with the next unboxing. Take care.